Happy New Year! I hope 2025 will be a good year. I hope this is the year I don't go months without posting. I have an Teruhina, which contains smut, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to post it. I have an Teruhina. I have a bonus from Semihina's one-shot between volleyball and music, and I'm in the middle of writing an Kahina. I hope you enjoy the first part of this one-shot. Hinata sighed as he drank a glass of champagne. He was at a wedding where everyone should be happy. Of course, Hinata was happy for the grooms, but he was also worried about two of his best friends, who had been the groom's best men. Hinata looked around, trying to find his best friends when he saw them in a corner, almost dark. Many of the guests, if they saw that scene, would think that they were tears of happiness for the wedding of their childhood friends. However, Hinata knew that they were tears of sadness and pain. Hinata stood up from where he was sitting, going towards where his friends were. As soon as he got in front of them, he smiled sadly.
Do you want to leave? I can make up an excuse. I appreciate the offer, show you, but I can't accept it. We need to see them go. After all, we are the best men. I understand. You are using the same excuse I use. Of course. Don't worry, show. We're fine. Kenma, Kiji, you know better than anyone. I understand what you are going through. Asterisk smiles gently. Asterisk. We know. Asterisk nods. Asterisk. And we appreciate you being on our side. Show you.
Hinata just smiled, took a sip of champagne, and looked back to where the two grooms were.
Who would have thought that 3 years later I would see such a familiar scene?
3 years ago, Hinata's crush married someone else. No one except Kenma. And later, Akashi knew that Hinata had fallen in love with Kageyama. Kageyama only saw Hinata as a friend, and after high school, Kageyama gained courage and declared himself to Tsukishima, and, to everyone's surprise, Tsukishima felt the same, and 4 years later, they got married and Hinata was Kageyama's best man. After the party, Hinata cried for hours and was heartbroken for a few weeks. Hinata shook his head to clear his thoughts, looked at Kenma and Akashi, and gave a small smile.
How about we go traveling? I received an invitation from Pedro to spend part of my word vacation with him. Asterisk raises an eyebrow. Thoughtful. Asterisk. Wasn't Pedro your roommate when you went to Brazil? Yes. And would just the three of us go? Asterisk nods. Asterisk. Yes. In all honesty, I was about to deny it, but I miss Brazil.
Akashi and Kenma were silent for a few minutes, both considering whether it was worth it, but both knew deep down what their answer would be.
Asterisk sigh. Asterisk. I think taking a break will do me good. I agree. I just need to talk to my boss and see if I can take vacation early. Okay. And Kenma, Kiji. Yes. Show you.
Hinata walked away from the two, turned around and looked directly at them.
I'll pay for the trip, and don't argue with me, but, show you, think of this as a thank you for always being by my side, even when I went to the other side of the world. Asterisk smiles softly. Asterisk. Show you, we don't need a thank you, however I will accept. Asterisk sighs in defeat. Asterisk. Very well, but I can't promise I won't spend money on you guys there.
Hinata nodded. After all, Kenma loved buying things for Hinata and Akashi. The three began to talk, mainly about the trip. A few weeks later. It had been a week since they had arrived in Brazil, and so far, Pedro, Akashi, and Kenma were getting along quite well, which Hinata was grateful for. Hinata sighed, looking at the sea, since the four of them had decided to come to the beach. But Hinata noticed that Kenma couldn't take his eyes off Akashi.
You know it's okay to be attracted to him, right? Asterisk blushes slightly. Asterisk. I know, but I'm still in love with Kuru. Attraction and passion are different things, Kenma. Asterisk takes a sip of his drink. Asterisk. It's true that attraction can turn into passion, but that doesn't mean it doesn't take time. Sometimes, in a relationship, attraction is what makes people get to know each other and stuff. Hinata looked thoughtfully at the sky, giving a small smile. Kenma raised an eyebrow, realizing that Hinata was speaking from experience. Did this happen to you? I want to tell, but I need to ask him first since we decided not to do anything, although I think it's different now. Yes and no. After Kageyama's wedding I was lost. I couldn't think of anything. I loved him, and a part of me will always love him. However, when I started going out on dates, I met someone I felt attracted to. He, like me, wasn't looking for someone to date, so it was kind of smooth, you know? Of course, after we got to know each other better, it was different. Asterisk sighs deeply asterisk. Sorry Kenma, but I don't know how to explain it, besides it's different from person to person. Alright Shoyu, I think I get it. Just because I'm attracted to Kiji doesn't mean my feelings for Kuru will go away. Asterisk smiles at Kenma asterisk. I hope so. I want you and Kiji to be happy. If it's with each other then great, but if not then as long as you two are happy then that's all I care about. Thanks Sho.
Hinata just smiled and looked back at the sea, seeing that Akashi was looking at Kenma with a soft smile.
Ever since I've known them, they've had an attraction to each other, but they're both in love with Kuru and Bakudo. Maybe now they'll act on their attraction.
A few months later, Hinata was in a cafe sitting while waiting for his drink and browsing his social media when he received a call from Kenma. Hinata looked at his cell phone confused. Normally, Kenma was broadcasting on his channel at this time.
Asterisk answers asterisk. Kenma, is everything okay? Shoyu, I decided to confess to Kiji about my attraction to him. I won't discourage you. Can I be honest, Kenma? Sure. You know you can always be honest with me. Ever since I saw you with Kiji, I felt like you're attracted to each other, but your love for Kuru and Bakudo prevented you from seeing that attraction. Why didn't you ever say anything? I could be wrong, right? Besides, it's always better to figure this out for yourself. Asterisk sigh asterisk. You're right. Thank you, Shoyu. You're welcome. Bye and good luck. Bye and thank you.
Hinata hung up the call, seeing a man with blonde hair, an athletic build, brown eyes and tall. It was the person Hinata was waiting for. Hinata gave a small smile, picked up his drink and took a sip as he watched the person walking towards him.
Asterisk sits down and looks at Hinata asterisk. I hope I didn't make you wait too long, Shoyu. Asterisk smiles softly asterisk. Don't worry, I didn't wait long. Asterisk sighs in relief asterisk. I would have hated to have made you wait so long, babe.
Hinata smiled at his lover, boyfriend, companion. Honestly, the two decided that it didn't matter what label they had, as long as they were both faithful to each other.
I told some friends that I was dating someone. Asterisk raises an eyebrow asterisk. I thought you didn't want to tell anyone yet. Asterisk thanks the waitress and takes a sip of his drink asterisk. You know as well as I do that I wanted to see if it was worth it, and since we've been together for almost 2 years, I think it's time to start telling people. I know. Asterisk laughs asterisk. Same reason I haven't told anyone. And you're right, it's been almost 2 years. Asterisk raises an eyebrow asterisk. Not even to Kenma. Asterisk shrugs asterisk. Kenma knows I'm seeing someone, but he doesn't know who since I didn't want to tell people without you knowing. The blonde looked in wonder at the man in front of him. Neither of them had spoken about who they were. They were both comfortable with just being to people who loved each other, having it all started with an attraction. Babe, how about we make it official? Tell all our friends we're dating.
Hinata looked at the blonde, smiled softly and thought about how the two had changed since that volleyball game in middle school.
Sure, Yuji. You know I don't mind.
Teruhina Yuji smiled at the redhead and took a sip of his drink. Hinata finished drinking his drink and left the glass on the table. Teruhina was about to speak when they heard a voice familiar to both of them.
Why the hell are you guys together?
Hinata turned around, seeing Tsukishima and Kageyama, even though Kageyama had been the one who had asked the question.
Not that it's any of your business, but we're talking. Asterisk rolls his eyes asterisk. Obviously, Boke would never go out with a guy like you. Hinata glared at Kageyama, while Teruhina widened his eyes and gently tapped Hinata's leg with his foot, catching Hinata's attention. It's not worth it.
Hinata took a deep breath. He was protective of Yuji just as Yuji was protective of Hinata. Hinata looked back at the couple.
What are you guys doing here? This is the first time I've seen you here, and that says something, since I've been a regular at this cafe. Asterisk rolls his eyes and looks at Hinata asterisk. We were passing by and decided to come in. Asterisk nods in understanding asterisk. This cafe is not very well known, but the drinks and food are great.
Kageyama continued to look at Hinata. Kageyama didn't understand why he was jealous when he thought Hinata and Teruhina were on a date. Kageyama wasn't stupid. He had a feeling that Hinata, at some point in the past, had liked Kageyama romantically, but Kageyama never thought much of it, especially since Hinata seemed genuinely happy when Kageyama and Tsukishima got married.
So what? You guys met here by chance? Asterisk rolls eyes asterisk. If we take away the fact that Yuji was the one who introduced me to this cafe, then yes, it was a coincidence. Oh, we didn't know you guys were close. Asterisk shrugs asterisk. You never asked.
Tsukishima looked at Hinata and Teruhina. It was true that no one had asked if they were close or not, but there was something neither of them were saying. And the looks Hinata and Teruhina were sending each other weren't just friendship. Could it be that they were together and decided not to tell anyone?
Asterisk shakes head asterisk. None of my business. Anyway, did you get the invitation, Boke?
Hinata rolled his eyes. The nickname Kageyama gave him in middle school had never stopped being used, even when they were both adults. It was like Kageyama hadn't matured at all.
Yeah, I did. I think everyone who played with Karasuno did, since Kenma and Kiji did too. I think so too, since I did and I don't doubt the others did too. It makes sense. After all, it's a meeting for the volleyball club, so it doesn't mean that Sugawara only invited Karasuno. That explains why Hoshimi-sen and Ashijima-sen also received it.
The four of them were silent, and after a few minutes, Hinata and Teruhina said goodbye to Kageyama and Tsukishima.
Asterisk remembers something asterisk. Oh, asterisk looks at Kageyama asterisk. I would never date a guy like Yuji because I'm already dating a guy like him. Asterisk wides his eyes asterisk. Asterisk looks at Hinata in shock asterisk. WWW what? Asterisk looks coldly at Kageyama asterisk. Just because we're friends doesn't mean you can have a say in who I date or not date. But nothing. My relationship is no one's business but mine and my partner's, which in this case is Yuji. Asterisk smiles at Tsukishima asterisk. See you at the meeting. Asterisk grabs Teruhima's hand and pulls him towards the exit asterisk.
Hinata and Teruhina walked to a park near the cafe and sat on a bench, with Hinata sitting on Teruhima's lap, starting to talk about the meeting, which would be in 2 weeks. A few hours later, at Hinata's apartment. Hinata, for some reason, couldn't sleep. Hinata was worried about Kenma, who hadn't said anything yet.
Asterisk looks at the clock, checking the time asterisk. Maybe it's better to send a message to Kenma. But at this time, Kenma might be sleeping.
Hinata felt Teruhina moving and looked at him, seeing Teruhina with one eye open.
Please, show you. Whatever's going on in your head can wait until tomorrow. I'm worried about Kenma. Show you text him and then go to sleep. If something had happened, you'd be the first person to know. Yuji is right. I'll text him and then go to sleep. Kenma, I hope everything went well.
Hinata locked his phone, laid his head back on Teruhima's chest, and closed his eyes, feeling Teruhina caressing his hair. The next morning, Hinata woke up alone in his bed, but smelling coffee and food. He got out of bed and went towards his kitchen, seeing Teruhina in only pajama pants and finishing cooking. Hinata leaned against the doorframe, watching Teruhina as he cooked.
How did I get so lucky? He understands me. He knows how to cook. He likes volleyball. He supports me.
Hinata was taken out of his thoughts by Teruhina, who had turned to put the last pancake on the plate and Hinata looking at him.
Good morning, love. Pancakes. Asterisk smiles at Teruhina and walks towards him. Asterisk. Good morning. When do I refuse pancakes?
Teruhina gave a small laugh, left the last pancake on the plate and gave Hinata a light kiss on the lips. The two sat at the table, and while they ate they talked. Hinata, being a volleyball player, had practice in 2 hours. Meanwhile, Teruhina was a well-known photographer. Today he had a wedding to photograph, but it was only for the afternoon, since the bride and groom decided to get married at sunset. A few minutes later, Hinata said goodbye to Teruhina. After a long makeout session, he went to his room, picked up his cell phone and saw that he had 2 messages, one from Kenma and another from Akashi.
Asterisk opens Kenma's message asterisk. Everything went well. Show you, Kiji and I decided to start going on dates. My god, so many exclamation marks. Kenma is really happy, huh? Asterisk opens Akashi's message. Asterisk. Show you, you knew? Of course you knew. You've always been more observant than the others give you credit for. I'm sure Kenma will tell you, but he and I decided to start going on dates.
Hinata replied to the messages, left his phone on the bed and went to the bathroom, took off his clothes, and took a shower. A few minutes after a relaxing shower, Hinata came out of the bathroom with a towel wrapped around his waist, looked at his closet, and put on something comfortable, since he had training in 50 minutes. Hinata grabbed a change of clothes and put them in his gym bag, as well as a towel and a pair of shoes. He grabbed his wallet, car keys, and gym bag and left his apartment. 20 minutes later, Hinata entered the gym where his team was practicing, seeing Atsumu, Sakusa, and Bakudo already there, who looked at him when he entered.
Good morning, Hinata. Good morning, Shoyukun. Good morning. Good morning, Bakudo-san, Atsumu-san, and Sakusa-san. The four warmed up while they waited for the rest of their teammates, and a few minutes later, the team was complete, including the coach and the trainer. That was when practice began.